Hey everyone, it's Mojaxx here in the DJ City UK lab. Now today could be the most important video I've ever done or am likely to do. It's come out of a conversation I was having with a fellow DJ recently, and that DJ, as the conversation went on, it kind of transpired that this guy's got one laptop for his day-to-day use and for DJing. He's got one copy of his music library on there and that's it, no backups. And that to me is absolutely terrifying, and it should be to you as well. If that applies to you, stop what you're doing right now, get around to Best Buy or whatever, go and pick up a USB hard drive, portable one, 60, 70 bucks for a terabyte, something like that. Plug that into your computer and transfer your music files onto it. Do it now. Don't hesitate, don't stop. You need to back up your music right away. Okay, now why do we need to do this? Obviously it's the digital age now. When you just had your vinyl collection back in the day, yes, records are fairly fragile really, they can get scratched, they can get broken, but barring, a major natural disaster, fire or flood or something like that, it's pretty unlikely that your entire record collection would just get killed in one fell swoop. But hard drives are not really very stable things. They are magnetic spinning platters. They are, SSD drives can just fail at the drop of a hat and just completely die. There are data recovery services out there, but you don't want to get into that. It's expensive, it's time consuming, it's a big problem. It's much better to be prepared, have your backups in place straight away, and just if your hard drive suddenly takes a dive, you can actually get back up and running straight away. So important, you must do it. Now, I'm assuming if you're still watching this and you're not running quickly to Best Buy, then you've actually got some kind of backup strategy in place, and if so, good for you. But I've got a couple of tips that will help you maybe improve and streamline that backup strategy as you move forward, and let's get things really backed up together. Now, as a lot of tech experts will often sort of quote to you, something isn't actually backed up unless it exists in 3 different places. So that's where we're going to focus on today. Obviously, you've got your main laptop, which your music lives on. That's fine. That's what you use for day-to-day use. Then we want some kind of external drive backup, and obviously we can use a USB 3. If that's the fastest connection on your computer, you can use USB 3. In my case, on my main gig laptop, it's Firewire. So I've got Firewire drives that I use for my backup. I actually back up to 2 separate drives. I've got this one partitioned for different computers and so on. You can get really in depth with it, but ultimately the main thing you need to ensure is that you've got a good, solid, well-made hard drive that you can just back up to, and that could be from Seagate, Western Digital, whatever. It doesn't really matter the brand, because you also want to refresh that drive, I would say maybe once a year, 18 months, 2 years, because hard drives do naturally die over a course of time. So, replace that drive every couple of years, move that old one into just day-to-day use, something like that, and put all your important backup data, your music, onto another drive. So you've got to rotate those drives as time moves forward. Now, I like to actually clone my drive. On a Mac, it's pretty straightforward. You've got these 2 apps, Super Duper, which is the one that I really like, and there's Carbon Copy Cloner as well, which is very well regarded. And what they'll do is make an entire clone of your hard drive onto another drive, and it's bootable. So if your main hard drive in your laptop dies, you can actually hook up your bootable Super Duper clone or Carbon Copy Cloner clone, plug those in and boot from it, and then restore to a new drive, whatever you want to do. So that's great from that point of view. It makes everything kind of automated and easy. You can do incremental backups. So it will just back up the stuff that's changed and so on. And that is a great way of working from that point of view. On the Windows side, there are some solutions as well available. I'll list them over here. And that's definitely worth looking into as well on the Windows side. It doesn't work in quite the same way with the booting, but still, having a great kind of entire clone of your drive can make things very simple and straightforward. So that's one backup going there. So we've got 2 places locked in. What about the third one? So we've now got our music in 2 locations. We've got it on our laptop and we've got it on our external hard drive, which we're keeping in our house. So that is our local storage. We need an off-site solution as well. Now, until recently, that was basically get another hard drive, fill that full of your music and take it to a relative's house or a friend's house or your office. So if where you live, God forbid, burns down or floods or something like that, and all your data, your computer stuff is gone, then thankfully that will be off-site. You can go and get that drive and your music is safe. So that's one aspect of it for a start. But what we can do now is cloud storage. Now, I was a bit dubious about cloud storage until quite recently, because internet connection speeds weren't really all that, and the plans were pretty expensive. But now there's so much competition out there in the market, you can get a terabyte of online cloud storage for very little money. So we're talking about my Dropbox plan that I use. It's like $10 a month or something like that for a terabyte of storage. You've got Google Drive is about the same. Microsoft OneDrive looks like a real bargain. I'm actually thinking of swapping to this. It's like $7 a month and you get Office 365 included in that as well for a terabyte of storage. So we're talking about a lot of space. It's going to take a while to do that initial upload and get it up there. But once it's done, you are confident that your music is residing safely on a server somewhere that's nowhere near your house, maybe even your state or your country. You know your music is safe. Whatever you personally go through, your music is safe. So that's really important. And it's obviously great then you can access that from any computer around the world, any internet connection. You can get hold of your music, bring it down, and it's safe. So there you go, my brief rant about backing up. I really do feel strongly about this. It's so important. Obviously, like here at DJ City, you can download your tracks up to 3 times. All right, that's great for recent stuff, but the stuff from 3 years ago, it's not on the site anymore, it's gone. Okay, if you've missed it and you haven't backed up and your drive dies, it's gone. So you need to get on there and make sure all of your music, you know, those CD rips that you ripped 5 years ago and then got rid of the CDs, you're not going to get those again. You know, you might not be able to get that CD again, that Japanese import or whatever. You might not get it. So it's so important to get your main on-site and off-site backup strategy sorted. Do it today, start today. Please just do it, because as a DJ, your music collection defines you and you've got to keep it safe. Thank you for watching today. Please do keep locked to the DJ City channel. We're going to have more tips, tricks and reviews forthcoming. I'll see you soon.